Hello guys, we have a brief break between air raid alerts and I thought I will share with you my opinion on Putin's press conference today. And I was doing my research while Russian MiG jets were targeting Kyiv and Starokonstantin with KINZHAL missiles. This is another answer that Putin gives to the world and Ukraine. My name is Anna and I vlog daily from Ukraine since the start of the brutal Russian invasion. So if you're new to the channel, you support Ukraine, please subscribe and help us fight informational war. And my longtime friends, check your subscription status and hit notification button. You know, out of many things that I have to do for this vlog, it is extremely difficult for me to watch Putin's press conferences. Not because I feel stressed, not because I feel worried what will he say, but because I have this extremely strong cognitive dissonance when I don't understand why on earth do we still watch and listen to this dwarf. Honestly, he is definitely not a leader. He is definitely not a president. He is a war criminal with an international criminal court warrant. Why he is still transmitted on television and why so many global leaders and politicians still take him into account as a legitimate politician is a great mystery for me. Since the very start of Russian invasion, I do not follow closely his messages because I think he has already demonstrated the level of his craziness and our task is simply to catch and neutralize him. But I do watch these conferences because I feel you might have some questions that I can answer from the Ukrainian perspective. So if I look at the topics that were present on this press conference, you can sum them up to Russian economy, Ukraine, and the West. Of course, all these meetings, they are extremely staged. You will not encounter any real journalists from other countries or even from Russia. You will not get true questions that bother people. And it is all very staged to simply let Putin tell what he wants and to demonstrate that he still has the grasp. On the screens behind him during the conference did appear some controversial questions, and I've noticed that lots of global newspapers caught these images and started drawing cartoons and attracting attention. But guys, this will not change anything inside Russia, and unfortunately, it will not change much in the global attitudes to Putin. 50% of people who watch the videos are not subscribed. Do subscribe, demonstrate your solidarity and help us fight. Informational warfare is very real. It's not difficult to spread the message. So Putin spoke about the success and development of Russian economy. Maybe one day he will have to speak about the success of Ukrainian counteroffensive in The Hague. I would love to see that. Of course, all of their economy is militarized, which can literally lead to more working places for those involved in the production of missiles that they later target on Kyiv. There were some questions why eggs are so expensive in some districts of Russia, but as long as they don't ask questions about vodka prices for vodka, Russia is safe. There won't be any revolutions inside. Also, he spoke about Ukraine, of course, and the success of the operation. The targets did not change, same as the aims of this attack. He spoke about demilitarization, just the country is happening, denationalization, just the country is happening, and neutral status that we of course cannot afford to ourselves having a neighbor like that. And I'm sure centuries ahead of us we won't have an opportunity to be neutral. And he also named the number of Russian soldiers in Ukraine, and this is actually huge. 600,000. All Ukrainian armed forces are 700,000, and these are not all people on the front lines. On the front lines, Russians have 200,000 soldiers. We know they are very eager to sacrifice. They have almost 350,000 dead, and they are okay with it, and they are ready to send more. At the moment, Putin did not announce mobilization, but it was predictable. He plans elections. He does not want any kind of protests or bad pictures on TV, and that's why he will not announce this new mobilization, at least until March 2024, when these Putin's elections of Putin are planned. Also, there was a question on the screen when reality of Russia will be the same as shown on Russian state TV. Of course, Putin did not answer this question, but I also do not think it was a real sabotage. I think they try, when mimicking this freedom of speech, they try to add some questions that are not super good, simply to make this picture more realistic. There was also a question, who will be the next president after Putin, but there was no answer, because who can be after Putin? Only next Putin. Unfortunately, this is what Russia actually wants. It's not his dictatorship, but it is Russian attitude to the world, their worldview, Russian consciousness that needs dictators like that. Once again, if I have to sum up this press conference, it was about nothing. It was a new portion of Russian lies. But the problem is that Putin has the opportunity to speak. Putin dreams about the visit to Turkey. He is still treated as a partner by countries like China, and politicians like Orban protect him on the EU level. And from what I understand, President Zelensky was not invited to EU summit because they did not want to irritate Orban, and that's sad. And also, I've read that a Russian drone, crossed the border of Romania, and it was not shut down. They simply let it flew and die out. Let me know, would you like me to record a video on something that I often think about? I think what Putin sees in the world right now. How he sees the world's reaction to his actions, and what the future might bring us. Because they are very careful in Russia to read all the fatigue, all the doubt, all the fear, and as real bullies, they will definitely use this opportunity. So it's kind of sad. I'm still looking for the updates, what Russian KINZHALs did in Kyiv, but it's a really long and very complicated war. I have some people in comments telling me, oh no, don't you share some of your disappointment. Always be positive, because that's what Russia wants. But guys, we have to know the reality. You have to understand that if we fail, they will continue to the Baltics, to Poland, or other countries. And they will finance problems inside big countries, even across the ocean, because they can. Thank you so much for your support and understanding, for buying me coffees and becoming my patrons. Let me know, would you like to have a live session this Saturday? Because I feel like I've missed you and we haven't met for a long period in our online conversation. So let me know in the comments, what do you think about a Saturday live? Subscribe to my Instagram, Threads, and Twitter, and join our Discord community. We have beautiful Christmas presents that remind people about Ukraine in our merch. All the links that you need are in the description of this video. And thank you so much for all your kindness and advice. United we stand. Slava Ukraini!